Welcome back to the channel. It hasn't been easy. Emma Raducanu on the verge of tears during Korea Open clash. Raducanu saw off her Romanian opponent 6-3, 6-4 in Seoul after multiple weather delays. Their clash had initially been scheduled for Tuesday before heavy rainfall caused the evening's action to be postponed. After the match was rescheduled for Wednesday, though, further delays followed as standing water was cleared from the court. A visibly emotional Raducanu was able to battle through to the last 32 despite breaking down in tears during the first set. The 22-year-old was on the verge of tears after recovering from an early break of serve to level the opener at 3-3. "I feel like I've played this match the last 3 days. To have pulled through after waiting, I'm super pleased at how I came through. Jacqueline is a really tough opponent and has had great results recently. Following her victory, she said, I'm super happy to have won. It hasn't been easy. They were tough conditions, very slow, long rallies and long points, so happy to have got through." The world number 33 added, "A big thank you to everyone who came out here and supported through the rain. Thank you to everyone." Raducanu is making her third appearance at the Korea Open, having made the semi-finals on debut in 2022. The 8th seed will face 2024 Wimbledon champion Barbara Krejcikova in the last 16 on Thursday. Her victory over Christian had been Raducanu's first competitive match since the U.S. Open. The 2021 champion was beaten in the third round at Flushing Meadows by Emma Raducanu on August 29. Her appearance in South Korea this week comes after she withdrew from the Billie Jean King Cup finals. Raducanu had been set to represent Great Britain in Shenzhen, China this week. However, she is not part of and Kia Thaving's squad for their quarter-final against Japan on Thursday. Instead, the British hopes will be carried by Katie Boulter, Francesca Jones, Soni Cartel and Jodie Burrage. Emma Raducanu's campaign at the Korea Open 2025 began with a dramatic and emotional opening round victory. The British number 1 defeated Romanian opponent Jacqueline Christian in straight sets, 6-3, 6-4, in a match that spanned not just hours, but days of waiting. Their clash had originally been scheduled for Tuesday evening in Seoul, but heavy rainfall swept across the Korean capital, forcing organizers to postpone the match. When play was rescheduled for Wednesday, conditions remained tricky, with further delays caused by standing water on the court. Players and fans alike had to endure long waiting periods before the action finally got underway. Once the match began, Raducanu showed both resilience and vulnerability. The 22-year-old looked visibly emotional during the opening set, breaking down in tears after falling behind early. But she responded in champion style, recovering from a break of serve to level the set at 3 games apiece. From that point, she steadied her game, using her baseline consistency and controlled aggression to wrestle back control. She eventually closed out the opener 6-3. The second set followed a similar pattern, with long, punishing rallies on a slow court surface that made attacking play difficult. Christian, who has enjoyed strong results on tour recently, refused to make things easy. But Raducanu's determination shone through as she edged the key points, breaking serve at crucial moments before sealing a 6-4 win to advance. After the victory, Raducanu admitted just how tough the circumstances had been. "I feel like I've played this match the last 3 days," she told reporters. "To have pulled through after waiting, I'm super pleased at how I came through. Jacqueline is a really tough opponent and has had great results recently." The former U.S. Open champion continued, "I'm super happy to have won. It hasn't been easy. The conditions were tough, very slow, long rallies, and long points. So I'm happy to have got through. A big thank you to everyone who came out here and supported through the rain. Thank you to everyone." This tournament marks Raducanu's third appearance at the Korea Open. She has fond memories of Seoul, having reached the semi-finals on her debut in 2022. Now, as the 8th seed, she will look to go even further, though her next test could hardly be tougher. In the round of 16, she faces reigning Wimbledon champion Barbara Krejcikova, a battle that promises to be one of the highlights of the week. Raducanu's victory also carried extra significance as it was her first competitive match since the U.S. Open. At Flushing Meadows last month, she was beaten in the third round by Emma Raducanu. Since then, her schedule has been closely watched, especially after she withdrew from Great Britain's Billie Jean King Cup quarter-final against Japan in Shenzhen. With Raducanu unavailable, Britain's hopes in that competition rest with Katie Boulter, Francesca Jones, Soni Cartel, and Jodie Burrage. For now, though, Raducanu remains focused on her own comeback. Her gritty win in Seoul, under difficult conditions and emotional strain, is another reminder of her fighting spirit. Fans will be eager to see whether she can build momentum in South Korea and perhaps recapture the kind of form that made her a Grand Slam champion back in 2021. If you enjoyed the breakdown, make sure to hit the like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more college football coverage every week. Welcome to the channel family, and thank you for being here. See you in the next one.